My fish fam, it's Nikachu, Merfolk Master, here with my brother.
I'm here.
And we're going to be playing 3x Merfolk. Everything in this deck are 3-ofs. Screw the 4-ofs. 4-ofs, do you know what? 4-ofs are overrated. 3-ofs underrated. Let me tell you exactly why. Now, I sort of started this adventure you saw when I won the St. Louis NRG Series Championship, where I diversified 3 Harbinger of the Seas with 3 Svelun, and I had 3 Force of Negation and 3 Flare of Denial in the deck. And the part of that reason was I didn't know exactly what the metagame was going to be, and I just wanted to hedge versus everything, which worked out perfectly. Now, what I ended up sort of learning is that some of these cards in our deck, if you have 4 of them in your deck, then you're more likely to see 2 of them in one particular game. So if you only need to see 1 copy, you're better off having 3 copies instead of 4. And by playing with 3 copies of everything, you get access to more different cards for a larger variety of decks. So I was just wondering, since we've got like Vidalian Hexcatcher as a lord, can we go down to like 6 Island Walk Lords? Like, is that actually plausible? So I'm not gonna have 3 Lord of Atlantis, because Lord of Atlantis is the strictly worse version of Master of the Pearl Trident. But we got 6 Island Walk Lords here. Can we go down to 3x of everything to add the interaction to our deck? So the only cards I'm going to have at 4x are Tide Shaper, which is our best 1-drop versus blue decks. Harbinger of the Seas, which is undisputedly the best card in our deck. Free win machine all around. I do want to see like 4 or 3 copies in my hand, because if they can't deal with the first, second, hopefully the third will do them in. But everything else is going to be 3x. And by playing 3x of everything, we get to squeeze a few more cards in here. Things like Consigned to Memory, which will hopefully give us a bigger edge versus the colorless decks, so whether it be Tron, Eldrazi, Tron, the Through the Breach decks. Because make no mistake, like what's it called, so we can hit All Is Dust, you can hit the One Ring, you can hit Kozilek's Return. It costs red mana to cast, but it's actually a colorless spell because it has Devoid, so that hits it as well, not to mention Consigned to Memory. It hits a huge chunk of the metagame, and originally I did not have space for Consigned to Memory because I went all in on like 4 Spreading Seas, 4 Silvergill Adept. Now we have some space for Consigned to Memory. Harbinger of the Tides, a card that can help us a little bit versus energy if we lock them out on 1 for Chalice of the Void or with Harbinger of the Seas, but outside of that, really good card for Murktide. And yeah, so these are basically the 2 cards that I've squeezed into the deck. It's possible that I could have like 3 Rishan Dockhand and no Svelun, but I like the Svelun. I like the 1 of Svelun, so I'm just going to keep it like that.
What's this guy crying about?
Who?
Consigned to Memory.
Okay.
What is he crying about?
I don't know if he's crying at all. He wept not for what was, but what could never be. Oh, okay. So the spell got countered. Sorry about that. Happens sometimes. All right, with that, let's try out this 3x Merfolk in a Modern League. We're on the draw versus probably I mean, it's when you see a Gigantha revealed as a companion, it's like either Boros Energy or it's Storm.
Big Boros Energy.
I think I can keep this. I think this hand's decent versus energy. Well, except that I'm probably going to bolt myself twice. Or maybe not, because depending what I draw, I am going to take 3 damage. Okay, so it is energy. No, I could still... No, yeah, it's energy for sure. Another Sink into Stupor. How many times do I want to bolt myself?
Sink into Stupid.
Now, we don't have a Merfolk in our hand to play Silvergill Adept on turn 2, so we might end up just playing like Sink into Stupor, pass. But what I like about this hand is it's got Subtlety, so if they play a creature, we can at least Subtlety it for 1 turn. And then figure out what we want to do on for future turns. No, not the basic planes. Anything but the basic planes. So we're definitely going to eat this thing up.
Oh, it's a new Nikachu.
No. It's a Johnny. It's a new Ajani.
Whatever.
What happens to this Ajani? Does it go away for forever? No,
On
it's
top.
going to come back. All right, can we play our Silvergill Adept? We require a Merfolk. And then we could play Silvergill Adept. Draw a card, then flare the thing. Oh, that's a land. It is completely useless to me. So, I think we're going to play Sink It to Stupor. And then next turn we can Violin, Silvergill Adept, and even copy with Glasspool Mimic. And then I guess we're just going to figure out the game from there. So this,
Don't do anything.
Johnny is definitely going to be back. Johnny's back. Maybe even better than ever. Actually, do what's awkward is trying to play this glass pull mimic in because they got a removal spell here.
Boom.
That's just 100%, 1,000,000% of the time a removal spell. Well, starting to think maybe I should just do nothing, because they're so telegraphing a removal spell. We should just play a land with Flare of Denial up. I don't have to lose any creature and just pass. You want to attack me for 3? That's fine. I mean, they literally have to. The big threat to a Johnny is the second side, but they have to kill a creature. Plus, they need a red creature in play. That's right. You don't even want to attack with this one. I got Vile on 2. You're scared. You should be.
We need more cat tokens in this game.
More cats. I don't like the look of that card. That's bad, actually. That's very bad. Maybe I'm going to counter that. Maybe I want more information. Yeah, actually, if they play Bowmasters here, then I would. No, they don't play Bowmasters. Oh, I gotta counter this damn thing. I don't like it. You know what? I don't like it. It's a very dangerous creature just by itself. It'd be interesting if I draw a land next turn, because then I can play 2 Tide Shapers at once.
Is that from Bloomborough?
What?
The Ocelot Pride.
No, this is from Modern Horizons 3.
Oh.
Another Ocelot Pride. At least we got rid of one of them, I guess. We'll take the Vile up to 3 so we can copy Silvergill Adapt with our Glasspool Mimic. Or maybe we're not even going to do that now. Now... Well, now I don't know what I want to do. Master of the Pearl Giant screws up my plan. I thought I was going to like play a Tide Shaper. I thought I was going to play maybe 2 Tide Shapers. Well, okay.
You could copy Silvergill. Maybe get a draw land.
I know that's going to be part of my plan. I think they definitely have a removal spell. Oh, maybe this is just silly. Do you have a removal spell? You have to, right? Yeah, you're going to Galvanic Discharge. Still no red card in play. No, I should have played Master of the Pearl Trident, and then when they come to kill the Master, I could Violin Glasspool Mimic. Oh, it's tough. My situation's not so good right now. It's not as good as it could have been. Oh, actually, what I can do now I can Violin Glasspool, draw a card, and hopefully it's a land that I can play this Tide Shaper and then get rid of the red mana. Damn it! Now my hand's just clogged with this crap. I have regrets. Well, they were drawing a land anyway, so I guess it didn't matter.
No, don't play anything.
Another Ajani. That will kill off the original Ajani. But they're like running out of cards, and they have no red creature in play to really abuse this Ajani. Oh, I mean, I guess they could go +1. Yeah, okay, so they're gonna go on the offense. I cannot block this at all. I can block this one. Let's soak up a little bit of damage. Is that worth it? Hold on. No, let's take the whole thing. Okay, we'll take 5. If I draw a land, I can go Tide Shaper, Master of the Pearl Trident, kill a Johnny. I'll take a boatload of damage the second time around. But whatever, that's fine. Harbinger of the Seas or Sveiloon will be fine here.
Big.
Sveiloon? Oh, we got Sveiloon, or one of. But now what to do with it? Shoot. This thing can still buff up everyone. Or is it worth it to like play Master of the Pearl Trident, attack into both of these just to kill a Johnny? You trade with one, the other cat dies, or a Johnny dies. Or, well, no, you can trade with one, a Johnny goes down to some number. Okay, that seems okay. That's okay with me. Now, of course, I'm just completely ignoring the fact that my opponent could have a removal spell, but we're not in a good position to play around removal. And even if I put Sveilun in play right now, it doesn't change anything.
I want to get a good look at that cat token. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah.
You like it? It's a cute.
It's like a chubby meatball.
Okay, the double block. That's actually fine. Like, that's fine. We're going to play a random Tide Shaper, because I think I just want, like, stuff on the board.
For Sveilun's ability.
Yeah, I only need one of these Tide Shapers to... Like, I don't want to be in a spot where I'm, like... There's just a bunch of stuff stuck in my hand. What's this ultimate? It's -4. Each opponent chooses an artifact, creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from among the non-land opponents they control, and sacrifice the rest. Oh, no! That's terrible! Okay, then playing the Tide Shaper was stupid. Ultimately stupid. Each opponent? Pff, that's dumb. It's okay. I should have kept the Tide Shaper in hand then. Mistakes were made.
Maybe you won't do it. Skittles.
What did they do? Put a card on top?
What's a Skittles?
Choose an artifact. I'll choose this one. Choose a creature. I'll choose Master of the Pearl Trident. Done. So I lost a Tide Shaper for no reason. But maybe this puts our opponent in a false sense of security. Ooh, the One Ring. No, that's fine. I can still kill a Johnny. We're not... The only thing that sucks is that our opponent's life total is very high, so the One Ring doesn't put them in any danger.
Danger.
This is a stupid attack. There's absolutely no reason for that attack. Yeah. So we put Sveilun in play.
Supplies.
Yeah, supplies. Okay, Harbinger of the Seas would be great. I'm just calling them out. That's
Soul reading.
I am just calling them out here.
Soul reading his own deck.
And then we can Tide Shaper like a plains. So they're going to be off red mana, which is the most important thing. Okay, so we're definitely putting this in play, 100%. That's not changing. So let's kill off a Johnny. I want to deal with this card for the rest of the game.
Big. It's getting bigger.
Yeah, that was great. Is there anything for double white that I have to be paranoid about?
All is dust.
I should play the Tide Shaper no matter what.
Yeah, turn it into an Island.
Because I want to keep the other Master of the Pearl Trident around anyway. Like if they somehow deal with this Master of the Pearl Trident or two creatures, I don't know how to explain it, but this thing should be played last. Ether Hub, that's an island. We have all our most powerful creatures we could possibly ask for. What the hell is this? Definitely going to be blocking here. If they have Static Prison, then they have Static Prison. Oh, they have another Oscillate Pride. I think that's what's going on here. So this is a 3/3. So if they have Static Prison for the... What is going on here?
The big one.
At instant speed. There's got to be some tech that I just don't know about.
Norin the Wary.
Like, what's for 2 mana in this deck? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, I think they thought they had red mana for Stomp. And now they're like, wait a minute, that's blue mana. Yeah, that doesn't make anything.
Ha.
Okay, so I think they just realized they made a silly attack.
Harbinger doing work.
I was like, there is nothing for a singular white mana at instant speed in this deck. In the main deck, at least. There is nothing.
He knows the metagame. Revolver Ocelot Pride.
Yeah, tap, add your blue mana. What is going on? Would you want to play something at instant? I don't get it. What's in the deck?
He's trying with all his heart.
Yeah. If I tap this, if I put my mind to it, if I try hard, maybe the lands will tap for the mana that I want it to. Do they have Brazen Borrower? No, they can't brazen. That's so stupid.
Does he have Brain Rot?
I have Brain Rot. Oh, they have a Charm. Okay. So, deals damage equal to twice the number of creatures you control to target creature. Oh, and then that's going to eat
Ward 1.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's going to hit Ward. So they don't gain life. It will eat up my Tide Shaper for absolutely nothing. I take... Did they gain life somehow?
Yeah, they did.
Choose one. How did they gain life?
Lifelink.
Oh, it's still exchanged with my creature, yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
What's next? What are you peeling?
Apparently an island. Okay, well, definitely play this thing first. Attack with... I think I'm only going to attack with Sfealoon to draw a card and keep Harbinger back for this Oscillate. We can't take on this damage, but I need to draw more than one card a turn.
Big.
It's not bad, actually. Although it's still pretty mana intensive. Okay, so there is something. That is definitely not main deck at all. So this is actually quite dangerous. Destroy target enchantment. Exile any number of target players' graveyards. Deals damage. It's an interesting removal spell.
Whoa.
So if they have another Threadman Charm, could be in a little trouble. Could be in a little trouble. I'm not going to take that 3 damage.
He took that 3 damage.
Sorry, I am going to take the 3 damage because I don't want to block it.
All right, we need a miracle.
Hitting all my 3 drops. It's not really what I want here, but it is what it is. Okay, let's attack for 4. We could make a bigger attack next turn because the One Ring is dealing a sufficient amount of damage to the opponent.
Oh, yeah. They're getting obliterated by their own cards.
Basically, yes. That's the idea.
Ugh.
Probably...
Didn't learn anything from that book, did ya?
4... They take... Yeah, okay, so we can attack with everything next turn.
Look what did to Golem.
Definitely are going to Flare of Denial this.
Denied.
Yeah.
They should make a Wayne's World 4.
We have to make sure there's not a second one, though. Whatever. So we're going to take, I guess, 3 more damage. Then we can be on defense. Like, we have the Sink into Stupor here, damn it. God of Souls. Ugh. Ugh. Could be a problem. There's 2 energy right now.
Can you block with just Mutivault? Just to absorb the damage?
No, I can't. Mutavault's an island.
Oh, right. It should be only opponents' lands.
Man, these 2 planes are beating. Also, I need 1 extra creature in play or I die. Oh no, I have Sink into Stupor. Subtlety is... You know, in this critical moment, maybe I should have taken the Vial. No, what else could I draw here? There's 2 more copies of Subtlety in my deck, 3 more copies of Harbinger. Yeah, Aether Vial is fine here. So, I think we're just passing.
You don't have Island Walk? You can't just go for the win?
No, I can't. They just played a One Ring.
Oh, right. It's invincible.
Yeah, invincible. Very, 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 very invincible.
Why didn't One Ring get banned?
Oh boy, you're gonna get a lot of people trying to answer that question in the comment section because they wanted to give it a chance. Actually, the real answer is they want to sell more One Rings. That's the real answer to this whole abomination. Okay, so trying to consider my options here. The Ajani comes down. They get 2 energy. They can attack with Guide of Souls. And they're also going to gain how much life? They're going to gain some life. It's another thing that's going to happen. They're going to get an 8. I can only attack for 7 on the following turn. That's ugly. Oh no, but the One Ring will kill them. They replay it. They can still play another One Ring. See, there's a few ways I can lose here. One of them is that they still have another One Ring to protect them for 1 more damn turn. But I think they only have... These decks only play 2 to 3 One Rings.
It's called the One Ring. You should get one.
Yeah.
It should have restrictions every format.
Okay, this will deal with the Ajani permanently this turn, so they can't gain 2 life. And if one random creature... Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, then if that was the case, I don't think I could have played around that very well. I don't think I had the room. Okay, so they get rid of Harbinger. Yeah, they'll get rid of Harbinger.
Maybe not.
No, they're going to get rid of Harbinger, and then they'll unlock all their lands. What are they doing that for? Huh? Oh, I'm just dead anyway. But you can get the Harbinger and just unlock your whole hand. What is going on? Oh, it has 4... Okay, whatever. This still wins. It's just the weirdest way to win the game.
Boo.
Very, very weird way to win the game.
I thought it was
Wow, even in the face of all that, we still lost. The One Ring. The One Ring did it. And because of the One Ring, we're definitely going to keep Force Negation post-board. Okay, cards that we want. We want Chalice of the Void. Chali is good. I think on the draw, Flare of Denial is quite poor. We were on the draw that game. If only we didn't... You know what? Like, if we drew, like, one less... We had 3 Sink It to Stupors that game. If we drew, like, one less... Because I think I dealt 6 damage to myself. I had to be really defensive at some point. Like, if I could be a little bit more aggressive earlier, we could have killed them for sure. Okay, on the draw, I'm not a fan... I'm still a fan of Force Negation on the draw. Huge fan of Subtlety on the draw. Don't like Hexcatcher at all in this matchup. And we'll bring in a Harbinger. And I think that's clean. I think that's very, very clean. Maybe Consign to Memory is good.
He's a huge fan.
Counters Static Orb. Counters One Ring. So One Ring, Static Orb, a Johnny ETB. But like that's hitting half a card. Oh, I'm not a fan of these lords though on the draw. So I'll have 4 Island Walk Lords, but not 6.
I don't get it.
I will bring in some Tishana's Tidebinders, which are like so.
He's crying about a castle, a bird, and some other thing.
Wait a minute, did I have the subtleties on the play? What am I doing? I felt like I won that game. Oh, I'm supposed to have Flare of Denial. Oh, I sideboarded wrong. Sorry. I'm supposed to have Flare of Denial on the play. You know, in my mind, I feel like I won that game. Like, how could we lose? So anyway, I sideboarded backwards. Yeah, I won the die. I like to play first, sure. It won't be the end of the world. We got, like, all the key cards in the deck. We have Chalice of the Void. We have Harbinger of the Seas, all the Spreading Seasons, but I was definitely supposed to sideboard differently. Well, this hand's useless on the draw. Turn 1 Docket. Yeah, we can... There's better things that we can mulligan to. That's not bad. Okay, we'll dump these 2. Go turn 1 Vial. Then go turn 2 Chalice and hope that's good enough. Unfortunately, that 2 mana like removal spell that they showed us in game 1 said exile enchantment, but then not exile. It's like destroy or exile enchantment, but not destroy or exile artifact. Okay, Static Prison, which is like whatever. It's not gonna kill them. It's not gonna kill us either. That's a good draw, all things considered.
Goodbye.
Well, it only hits the 1-drops though, is the problem.
He had a lot of them.
Our opponent has a lot of 1-drops. This Vial's probably gonna come back. Guide of Souls is offline. The 1 mana removal's offline. Harbinger's sort of useless. Amped Raptor. Hopefully it hits a 1-drop.
Get amped.
Finds Discharge, which is useless here.
Ha.
Cast and feed a future Flage, maybe.
Sucked into the soup.
Well, if we can get Chalice on 2,
game over.
Even more of their deck.
Land.
Well, that's not gonna hit them at all, actually. I guess it can hit future. I mean, it's still gonna be annoying. So they were lucky that they had both their Arid Mesas. So one argument the Merfolk community was trying to make with me is like, oh, Arid Mesa completely stops the Spreading Seas plan. They actually don't have many lands to get mountains. Oh my god, another Arid Mesa. They actually have very few lands that can get mountains. It's exactly 5. They have basic mountain, Arid, and then 4 copies of Arid Mesa. That's it. Because white is so highly prioritized in this deck, they do not have that many fetch lands to get the basics. We are undermined this game, but generally speaking, we are not.
I live in a static prison.
Oh, yeah? What is this for? Okay, let's attack for 2. Let's see what happens. Am I about to get stomped? Oh, no! Okay, this is actually... Well, I'm not going to say this is good, but one good thing is that they...
Wasted their turn.
No. They got the black source instead of a basic plains. So now... Like, this was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, they wasted their turn. Ha!
We just have to deal with the stupid Amp Raptor. And then if we find a Spreading Seas or... well, actually, right now, our land is off. If we draw a Tide Shaper, it's not good. So we can still block the Bowman... We got the Vial back.
Oh, no.
They're getting Gigantha back in hand. We're gonna see some Gigantha beats soon.
Land. So we can get double Vial.
I mean double Chalice.
Whatever.
They know I have Harbinger. I might as well save that for something better. Save it for Gigantha, probably. Okay, pass. We're just going to take 2 damage a turn for a little while. Oh, actually, our Dockhand is actually great. If we get Dockhand and then hit Plains, actually that shuts them down hard because all the Plains cards are sorcery speed. So that will work great, assuming there's no land here. Yeah, Dockhand will be as good as land destruction. Okay, we'll forget that. Forget everything I just said. Okay, Gigantha is on the battlefield. Our opponent found... Actually, it's not even that common for these decks.
Ha.
It's very uncommon, actually, for the Mardu decks to have 2 planes. Almost every list I've seen was like 2 basics. So they're playing around this. They're playing around this really hard. Okay, so now what am I gonna do? Just play another Harbinger. Well, I'm not tapping anything with this thing, so we might as well attack with it.
Should be able to play.
Or maybe not. I can block with this thing. Well, I actually should still try to tap this mountain down to prevent, like, Bone Crusher Giant to be played and crap like that.
You should be able to play Chalice off the Vial.
Okay, I'm going to take 7.
Ugh. That's half your life total.
Yeah, I know. But I need to bounce Gigantha. I need to take the damage, bounce Gigantha at end of turn. And then start tapping down the mountain so Gigantha can't be replayed again. I assume there's no extra, there's not another basic mountain in the deck.
Huge. There she is. How many 2-drops does he have?
A lot. There's a lot of 2-drops.
Game over.
No, but I have to keep this up. We have to wait one more turn.
All right.
Pass? Yeah, I think we're passing.
It'll be a bit of a stalemate for a moment.
A little bit. I don't mind playing Chalice on 2. This also stops Flage by hitting the mountain.
Liege.
Well, I think I should stop taking damage here. I know Harbinger is going to get eaten up, but that's fine. Okay. That's actually really good. That attack was stupid. Because now there's no red creature on the battlefield. Or anyway, I should say it was not a great decision. Okay, well, so we got the land. Now we can play Chalice on 2. We have a Vial on 2. Let's keep it that way.
Ooh, yes. The rare Chalion 2.
Yeah. Still getting attacked for a lot, though. I am sort of dead in a few turns, still.
Just pass the turn.
Because I can't block this Cat Warrior.
Why are my Cat Warriors attacking my Cat Warrior?
Until I find like an Island Walker or something. So I have 4 turns to find something. 3-drop.
You have
any
it all.
random 2-drop or
you
something.
You have it all. Big.
It's not bad, actually. It's not bad. Okay, so... yeah, that's not bad at all.
Just bounce that token out of the way.
I might bounce a Johnny. Maybe I'll bounce the token.
No Gigantha. No. You do not get to cast that card.
Maybe I just do bounce this cat token. The Ajani is like harmless.
And it's gone forever.
I think the Ajani is harmless.
Okay, huge. Stop it.
Okay, well, that's not good. They could draw into something. Something dangerous.
Let's get dangerous. Big, big, big.
We need the 1 ring to, like, deal damage to them. Big time. They still have that instant speed. Okay, well, this is not bad. Anyway, keep passing. Merfolk Prison! And I know the Merfolk community is terrified of this matchup, but it's actually gotten pretty even in the grand scheme of things. Like, it's a pretty even matchup now. Thanks to, like, all this nonsense that we do to them. Particularly with Harbinger of the Seas. Just gets countered. Unless that's your plan. Feed the graveyard for Flage or something, but you can't even cast. Yeah, I can't think why to cast something. We're like, oh, no, this is not going to work. This don't work.
Huge, big, enormous, game-changing.
Okay, right. That's a good one.
Got you a big one.
They can only attack me back for 3. That's fine. Okay, we'll attack for 6. And then next turn we can attack for... we only need to attack for probably another 6, because this is going to deal 2 damage. And then we can bounce at least 1 ring. Back to hand.
No Gigantha.
No Gigantha.
This one little dinky 1/1's holding back that beast.
I know.
See the power of...
it's quite ridiculous.
The Dock Walker.
The Dock Walker. I won that game. Okay, now I don't have to sideboard because I sideboarded wrong last time. Because, like, Flare of Denial is bad on the draw. I think I mentioned it as, like, I'm on the draw. No, I'm not on the draw. Okay, so now I'm on the draw. And when you're on the play, you can have more initiative. Like, I don't mind having Lord of Atlantis on the, like, 6 Lords on the play. So 6 Lords on the play is good. By the way, if you are not playing with... if you have the full 8 Island Walk Lords, I am siding out 2 Lord of Atlantises on the play, then siding out 4 of them on the draw. Like, the Lords are just the worst cards. You saw that game. Did we win because of... well, I mean, we did eventually win with the Lords, but you only need 1. You only need 1 Lord to win. So you don't need to be flooding out on Lords because the Lords aren't interactive. What's important is you got to first lock the opponent down, and when it's locked down, then you win with the Lords. And this is a pathetic puny Lord, so I don't want to play with it at all. So the only question is, do I want Tishana's Tidebinder on the draw? And you know, well, they got the 1 ring, so maybe it is worth it. And Subtlety. Love Subtlety. Oh, love
Chef's
Subtlety
kiss.
on the draw. We were on the draw. Yeah, Chef's Kiss.
Tastes good.
I feel like I've been on... I didn't win the die roll, but I feel like I've been on the play at least once. No, I
put that on a shirt.
Whatever.
Why do you have that calcifer pin here?
This hand is a bit risky, but I will keep. Huh?
Shouldn't that be on your backpack?
Oh, I lost the rubber thing.
Oh.
I got a nice calcifer pin from Amazon. It's beautiful, but I lost the rubber thing on the back. I got to get a replacement one. I don't want this thing blending in with. I'm gonna keep this. It's pretty risky, but I think the risk is worth the reward. Because we only need one blue source to really get this hand going, and it does have Harbinger of the Seas. Oh, that's just great. Start off with basic planes. You're really taunting me here, opponent. Really taunting me here. So this game, like, for example, if they play anything, I'm just going to subtlety pitch Lord. Because, again, the Lords don't matter. What matters is me eating up their lands with my spreading seas.
Yes.
That's what matters more than anything.
Yes. Love spreading seas.
And Harbinger of the Seas. Okay, so...
Put
we
that thing on the
really
bottom.
need to draw a land here.
I'll
Hopefully
move
it's
this.
not Glasspool Mimic, or all the Merfolk community is going to eat me for lunch. No, we didn't draw it. It's not the end of the world. Still have a decent hand. We are going to tick the Vial up to 3 for sure, though. It's back.
And uglier than ever.
Godless Shrine. Okay, now land?
Come on.
I'd hit the mountain for sure.
Tap that mountain.
Island?
Big.
Island? Again, not the worst. Because we can still interact with our opponent. Ugh. Arid... Like, that's the golden land! How do they keep drawing this against us?
How much does Air Mesa cost on paper?
Money. I don't know how much. I don't play with Arid Mesa.
It's probably like $1.
I'm glad that they attacked. Otherwise, I would have to have thrown that Harbinger and play for nothing. Interesting.
You could
Okay, so you're gonna throw it in play. It's gonna die. Oh no, but you're still gonna get a cat. Cat dies. You get a second cat. What can I do about this? Nothing?
You can do nothing and everything.
Still need like a creature. Sort of don't want to burn my subtlety on this. I sort of want to burn my subtlety. Like, this doesn't feel great. So I could subtlety this, throw away a Spreading Seas. I don't really want to throw away anything, though. But they are going to get a lot of cards. So Ajani comes into play. They get a token. They'll keep this Ajani, throw away the last one. The last one technically dies. Ajani flips. They get another token. So they have a Planeswalker and 2 tokens. It's a nice board. Like, not going to lie. That's a nice board. And in response... Like, here's the deal. If I subtlety and they put it back on top, I'm not stopping this. I'm not stopping this. It's still going to happen. My Sveloon and Harbinger of the Seas hopefully will do a good job of slowing them down. Hopefully. Okay, come on. Give me a damn island. That's not an island.
Close enough.
So now it looks like we're on the subtlety plan. Sorry, the Sveloon plan. Start drawing some cards.
Couldn't you play Harbinger, those turn into islands, and then...
Huh?
Couldn't you play Harbinger, then those 2 turn into islands, and then you can play Spreading Seas?
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's a great line. Holy crap. You're a genius. You're absolute damn genius. Well, I'm gonna have to do this the hard way, I guess. The really hard way. Okay, here's Bowmasters, which is not lovely to see.
I don't even remember them from the book. They just made these guys up.
Actually, subtlety is gonna be bad because my Sveloon can't attack into any of this stuff very well.
Where's the Bowmaster in Lord of the Rings book? I didn't know we're in there.
Put +1/+1 on each kitty. Okay. I think Sveloon's gonna die. I think Svalin's gonna die. But whatever. Oh, so like my plan actually after drawing the thing I didn't see the Harbinger line is because my plan originally was to put this thing in play. It deals damage equal to twice the number of creatures you control to the target. That's not going to work at all. It may not look like I have extra creatures on the battlefield, but holy crap, are you wrong? Svailun can soak up a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Okay, that was a punt by them. Deals damage, yeah. To twice the number of creatures. Ha! Could take a whole 8!
Still standing.
Still standing. That's right.
Wink.
Okay, so we will next turn, with certainty, take them off of red mana. Oh, that's great, too. We can turn off the Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, let's start by putting a Harbinger of the Seas in play. Okay, there was no response. Next, let's Spreading Seas this mountain.
Big card draw.
It's interesting. They could target the Harbinger of the Seas, then I can't attack with it this turn. Oh, I keep forgetting about this stupid thing. I never faced this ultimate ever. Not going to be put it to a decision to my creatures. Oh, I screwed that up. What I really needed to do was pass, really, actually. I had to just pass, and I had to Harbinger this thing first. I'm going to lose one of them, and I'm going to probably keep... Probably going to keep the Harbinger of the Seas, to be honest. Or do I? I'll think about it after they do their ultimate. Or actually, maybe I should attack now. Yeah, I'm going to attack because you're going to kill the Harbinger. I'm going to be okay with that. You should have hit this Harbinger. This Harbinger is completely useless. So I don't get... The minus doesn't hit me nearly as hard because it was going to die anyway. I have 4 minutes left. Maybe faster. That's an insane block, in my opinion.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Harbinger and my Vial. I don't have to. Hold on. Oh yeah, I get to keep enchantment. Do I give you everything back? You don't have red mana. You know what? Screw Harbinger. I don't need it anymore because I can't stop them from playing spells anyway. So let's do it this way. And my Mutavaults are online this way. Choose artifact, creature, enchantment. Done. Okay, you got rid of my Harbinger of the Seas. No big deal. I take 6. I go to 10. My hand's loaded.
You're looking kind of fat there, Johnny.
The One Ring. Not thrilled to see that card. That's going to get them back into the game big time. Johnny, but I think we have a lot of counterplay here.
Johnny really needs to hit the gym. He's letting himself go.
Okay, they're going to attack me for 6. Sure. Maybe I'm supposed to tick this thing up so this doesn't get screwed over. Okay, I'm going to attack for kill a Johnny. Don't want to deal with this stupid card again. We do get the 4th land, which is convenient. The stupid source of mana is red mana. Okay, just going to pass and then slowly empty our hand.
Slowly but surely.
Potentially attack for bazillions of damages. Sure.
If he plays another one,
I could Deshaun's Tidebinder that, but I won't. I'm not thrilled with this card coming into existence.
Can you
What?
Tashana a One Ring?
Yeah, I can. I chose not to. I want them to get dealt a little bit more damage. Maybe it's a silly idea. Maybe I should just Tashana's that thing. They'd have 2 less cards in hand. Raptor? Okay, that's fine.
Bzz. Get amped. And
we will
Raptor.
Tashana's Tidebinder that.
Do you remember the electric dinosaurs from Jurassic Park? I don't.
Damn. Bowmaster is a bit annoying. That makes some things big. Very, very big. So it makes it harder for me to attack with my Sveilun. Like the Orc army is a 4/4.
My Infernal Orc Army. Bounce spell.
That would have been better a few turns ago. Okay, so let's hit Black Mana Source. Ah, it's gonna make this thing even bigger. And actually, I can't even attack with Sveilun anymore. Now that I think of it. Keep Dockhand in hand.
Yeah.
Block, 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 take 1. Sure.
You can fly over the air with the...
No, I can't. I have to. I'm at 2. I'm at 2 life. I can't attack anymore. Yeah, I regret not hitting that 1 ring with my Tashana's Tidebinder. That was a little ambitious of me. Because I'm not even the aggressor anymore. Maybe I never was.
Are you all in?
I gotta play really fast. Okay, so I can... block here, double block here? Pretty sure. Put 5 to... Can't kill my Sveilun. Ugh, must think much faster than this.
Just do it. Just work on gut instinct and nothing else.
It's not good to work on gut instinct.
Second Sveilun.
Can't do anything. I have to get rid of this Bowmaster first. Well, I'm holding off the ground relatively well.
And he's getting done in by his own 1 ring.
Sort of. Still drawing a bazillion cards. I wouldn't say I'm favored here. I'm favored to lose.
No.
But at least the Chalice hits all the removal. Oh, except Flage. Okay, how many cards in the graveyard? Oh, you can just hit me. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Okay.
Nah.
Yeah, it was close. It's close. I guess if I hit the 1 ring, maybe this is just a very, very different game.
Oh, you were boned.
No. I think this is okay. If they're only playing, like, I don't think their hand was very good, and this Orcish Bowmasters was awkward. I will say this game could have been very different if they didn't draw their Arid Mesas. Again, like I said, they only have their only means to, like, we are on this, you know, mana screw plan. Of course, they could just play their basics. This particular deck is playing 2 basic planes in a Mardu deck. I've never seen that before. I'm not going to say it's wrong, but also what didn't help So they naturally drew their basics, and they only have 4 Arid Mesas and 1 basic mountain in their deck, and we have to face Arid Mesas every game. If they have things like Ether Hub, their Shocklands, Marsh Flats, could be very different. They could have been lights out when we played that Harbinger of the Season in the beginning. I feel a little squashed on time, so I definitely don't feel like I played the best, but I'm very happy with how the game played out. Like, it was a very close match, and I don't think Energy is the boogeyman of Merfolk like it used to be. I would like to have a bigger edge versus the top deck, but I think this is perfectly fine. Okay, moving on. That was round 1. Let's move on to round 2. We're here for round 2.
They mulliganed.
And we lost the die roll, which is very rude. We are on the draw. Our hand is fine on the draw. We'll keep it.
They mulliganed to 6. Go to 5.
We'll probably go like turn 1 Glass Pool, turn 2 something. It all really depends on the matchup. And then play Force Negation, hopefully. Hopefully it's relevant on the
He's
draw
thinking
here.
about it now.
Peter BB. Who is the mirror? The mirror? Cavern Souls. Oh, human. Human? Who's playing humans in 2024?
Are we going to see a Mantis Rider?
I don't know what we're going to see. Now I'm wondering, do I... Well, now this hand sucks even more if this is a human deck. Okay, I'm just going to play an island, and I think I'm going to do nothing. No, I think I have to do something. I have to curve out.
Ew.
Ideally, this is useful versus a human deck. Unless this is Amulet. Did I get jebaited here? No, it's a human deck. Now, you might say, why don't you save this for Island Walk? I want to curve out, and frankly, we have like... not 12. We have like 11 Island Walk enablers. This whole hand sucks. We're on the draw. We have Force of Negation, which is probably useless in this matchup. What the hell is this? Sataru Infiltrator. Oh, I guess this is a ninja deck. When Sataru and/or one or more other non-token creatures you control enter. If none of them were cast or no mana was spent to cast them, draw a card. Oh, this is definitely a vile deck. And has Menace. It's a pretty big creature for 2 mana. Menace 2/3. Very scary. See, we got another Tide Shaper. So maybe we just Tide Shaper here. Probably Hexcatcher is what's going to get ditched to Force Negation. And then next turn I can play Master of the Pearl Trident, play Glass Pool, and then play Sveilun following that. Or, if I draw a land, actually, I'd probably just go Master of the Pearl Trident, save the land, or maybe go Sveilun. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but Glasspool Mimic can copy our Master of the Pearl Trident. Well, they're pretty... I said maybe ninjas? Nah, they're pretty committed on humans. They seem to like the humans.
Ninja.
Sylvan Safekeeper. That is not good news. That's terrible. So they can sack lands to get rid of our Island Walk.
Uh-oh.
This is not a deck in the metagame, for the record.
Ooh.
Phantasmal Image. What do you want to copy? This is legendary. You want to copy my Tide Shaper? You want to copy another Sylvan Safekeeper. Okay. Okay, you got it.
Sacrifice land. Target creature you control gains Shroud.
Attack with your Sataru. Sure, you can do that too. Do whatever you want. Well, now I can like pretty freely attack here. It doesn't really matter if I play Master of the Pearl Trident or not. I could throw out Hexcatcher. If anything... No, maybe it does matter I play Master. Because if I play Master, then next... No, I'm going to play this Glasspool Mimic this turn. Doesn't matter. Okay, I can attack for more damage if I play Master this turn. So they'll sack their land, probably.
Oh, no!
But then they would have to double block just to kill off one Tide Shaper. They decide their land is more important. You know what? Great. Excellent decision, opponent. Excellent decision. I like that decision. So this is turning out very badly for them. Come on, play, I don't know, Ether Vial. Give me something to use this Force Negation on. Because right now it's looking really bad. That Sataru is looking to vial stuff in. If only I had the tools that I have today against humans of the past. Not that I would play Force of Negation, but like Subtlety is such a big deal. Probably Harbinger of the Seas would be a big deal.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they were a 5-color deck. This also looks like a 5-color humans deck.
No Mantis Rider though.
Well, we haven't seen it yet. Could still be there. Who knows? This is an amazing upgrade for the deck, I think. Sack a land, target creature gains Shroud until end of turn. That's phenomenal. Okay, so it's going to be another human.
Who needs Darthy Voidwalker?
Extraction Specialist. Very awkward. There's Lifelink. Nothing to bring back from the dead.
Yeah, these graveyards are pretty empty still.
That's right. Okay, so I can't attack. I can, but it's not great. I'm going to start this party off with a Sveiloon. I don't really want to attack into any of this. Then we can start attacking freely with Sveiloon. And then hopefully get them to sack lands. So I guess the idea is they want their stuff to die, and then Extraction Specialist would just bring it back. And it's interesting, because you can Mana Value 2 or less, so they could bring back Phantasmal Image and then recopy anything on the battlefield, including an Extraction Specialist.
Ha!
First champion, that's a classic.
Haven't seen this prick in a while.
Yeah, me neither. I used to want to be you, champion. Now I don't. I don't anymore. I don't care. Another champion. All right, we got another champion. We got our vial. So we could definitely put them in a position to sack both their lands. That would put them in quite the pickle now, wouldn't it? Now, wouldn't it, opponents? Attack for 7. See if we can draw land. I would not play Vial. Actually, hold on. That was the dumb one. We should have attacked with the Tide Shaper that literally is not doing anything. Yeah, so that was a mistake. Because now they have to just sack this one, block this Tide Shaper. That was dumb.
He won't see that line. He's not paying attention to which Tide Shaper is which.
They might ask me. It's like, yeah, I attacked with the wrong one. I'm an idiot. I'm a bozo. Yeah, they don't really define very well online what everything... And if stuff is on the stack, it really sucks. Ooh, another Spreading Seas. Oh, they don't even want to sack anything. Okay, fine by me. Next turn, you're going to have to sack everything. Unfortunately for you, I'm not targeting any of your creatures. I have no interest. But next turn, you have to sacrifice stuff. You have no choice.
And if everything is sacrificed,
Yeah.
then nothing will be.
Sure, yeah.
I have no idea.
You're trying to make some meme with the Incredibles. If everything is sacrificed, nothing will be. I don't know if I said this, but this is not a deck in Modern. Not that I know of. I mean, you know, whenever I encounter some weird deck for the first time, I like usually after the fact find out, oh yeah, this made like top 32 in a challenge, and you know, the list was published and people were psyched to play this thing. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh, this does have lifelink. So let's slow the lifelink down. Or do you have an extraction specialist for your extraction specialist? Let's possible. Okay. Sort of want to just attack with my Sphaloon and my Tide Shaper next turn. Maybe that's not the right way of thinking about this, though. Another Cavern of Souls on human. Definitely 5-color human. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I've played this game before. I've played Magic's the Gathering. Now that I think about it, they've got this gigantic army coming this way. And now they definitely can start sacrificing cards. If there's no island in play, Tide Shapers will shrink at least 1. Huh. That will throw a monkey wrench in their plans.
Monk.
Because they would have to literally sacrifice everything. Or you lose. Okay, so you make block, block. So I place, you kill off 2 Tide Shapers with like this and this, and then you have nothing left in play. You attack for 1, 2, 3, 4. Some amount of damage, which I can block 1. Oh yeah, I think this is fine. I'm just gonna attack for lethal. And
Good luck.
oh, actually, this is not gonna work the way I want it to work. May have to wait 1 more turn. The problem is after they sack all their land, there's no island in play for the Tide Shapers, so this shrinks to a 2/2, which gets eaten by the champion of the parish. Is that a bad thing that it gets eaten? So there's going to be, I can attack for 6. You can eat, block. Then you're attacking me back for 6, 9. Ooh, it's a lot of damage.
Gotta wait. Just gotta sit it out.
Yeah. We'll sit it out for 1 turn. So they get like... So hopefully they don't find Thau's Lieutenant. That would be like the best draw for them. Force Negation also still looking poor. Could use that subtlety right now. Which they are in the main deck. I have them in the main deck. And next turn I can play like multiple Hex Catchers to support our attack, so it won't be a problem. Damage isn't going to be an issue. The hell is this? Mana value 2 or less. I will block these things. Can you like instant speed pump your team or something? I don't think such thing exists. Okay, time to... Well, I guess I don't force them to sack the board anymore. It will just be awkward. This is 5.
Just play 2 Hex Catchers. And be done with it.
Okay, we'll attack with all this stuff.
Huge. Another lord.
I don't really need anything.
Big
huge.
lord.
I don't need anything. Bigger than huge.
That's right.
I also forgot, because Harbinger is in play, they probably can't play... I forgot, they can't play... Everything's an island, so the only thing they can probably cast is Phantasmal Image. Flare of Denial is fantastic here. Oh, didn't block.
Oh, didn't block, did you?
Yeah, I didn't block, huh? I'm gonna make you regret that decision. Let's just deal maximum damage.
Oof.
Does this win? 5... What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
0.
They could sack all their lands so that the Tide Shapers would shrink by 2, but, you know, that's not a winning. That's a playing not to lose line, if I've ever seen one before. Okay, cards that are going to be good. Okay, Force is just going to be bad on the draw. Flare probably is also bad. Let's see. Spreading Seas is going to be fine. Harbinger is going to be very awkward. It might kill a Phantasmal Image. It could reset a Champion of the Parish. I am on the draw. Yeah, I think we should probably play this, even though it's not really in our best interest. Consign to Memory might be good, because all the creatures are going to have ETBs, so I will think about that one. Shah's Tidebinder is also pretty good for that reason. Harbinger of the Seas is going to be an absolute gas bomb. I think Spreading Seas is bad because that sort of tempos us out. So Consign to Memory. Is there anything I don't like? Dockhand is good. Tideshaper is good. Silvergill Adept is fine. Hexcatcher is fine-ish. Probably poor, on the poor end. Harbinger is fine-ish. Lords are good enough. Shun is good. Flare. Subtlety is going to be great. Do you know what? Let's take out the flares and let's try... Let's try Consign. Yeah, let's try Consign. Because Flare, if they have Cavernous Souls, then Flare doesn't work. But Consign can interact even if they have Cavernous Souls. So let's try it. This hand is alright. By default, looks like we'll Subtlety pitch Tishana. Yeah, that's about it. Opponent
Mulligan again.
Yeah, that's
they
good.
They love the T1 mulligan.
Mm-hmm.
The T0 mulligan. Do it again.
Another nice thing about Subtlety is plays around Extraction Specialist. See, we're not really putting anything into the graveyard.
Except our opponent. Gonna bury his crappy humans brew, that's for sure.
It's Cavernous Souls versus Cavernous Souls deck. The Cavernous Souls mirror. I wonder if they've got what's it called, Guide of Souls in here. So we're gonna let the champion resolve. Generally, you want to play Subtlety on something like a 2-drop or a 3-drop. That would be much more impactful. 1-drops don't matter very much. It's like they'll be like, it's not like that big of a blowout. Their better cards are gonna be 2-drops and 3-drops, so make them suffer. Yeah,
That's a
we
lieutenant.
can Subtlety that.
That was the lieutenant you were worried about.
It is a lieutenant. I am worried about it.
Huh. Grief is banned. All right.
Grief is banned, but Subtlety is not.
So, Fury.
Fury and Grief have bit the dust.
Yeah.
Solitude, Subtlety, and Endurance still remain.
The Evoke creatures are still there.
Most of them. Got 3 out of 5. Some people still want Solitude banned. Oh, they put Thalia on the bottom. That was a tough choice. That was probably a very tough choice.
Probably has another one in hand.
Sink into Stupor. I will definitely play this. I guess we'll play Silvergill Adept. And I guess show... I sort of don't want to let them know that we have Dockhand, so I'm going to show them Lord of Atlantis. I really don't like showing Lords. I really don't like showing Lords, but I'm going to show a Lord in this case. Because I don't want them to know about... I mean, maybe I could have shown them Tideshaper, but I don't want them to know about Tideshaper, and I don't want them to know about Lord of Atlantis. Dockhand, because I'm about to vial that in play. And, it has some surprise value. Oh, there's another Thales Lieutenant. That was the deal. That was the deal. Yeah, I'll trade. Easily. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's too big. Oh, shoot. I should have played Tideshaper then. Oh, no, I didn't know they had Thales Lieutenant. So this is a 2-for-1 if I block. Are we in racing mode? Dockhand, play Tideshaper, attack for 5. You attack me back for probably 6. I go to 10. Then I attack you for a boatload. Okay, we're racing. Actually, they can't necessarily attack me back for a lot, because Tideshaper would stop them. You're also stuck on 2 lands if that's relevant. Consign to Memory is great. Okay, so that can really gum up the math. Just like I said, that could have been Flare of Denial, and it would have been useless. Well, I guess it wouldn't have been useless because I have this Tideshaper now. Hopefully we can win this race. Although if they have another Thou's Lieutenant, maybe not. These things still get buffed up. I mean, I can get whacked by a champion of the parish a few more times. I guess if Athalia's lieutenant enters the battlefield, I'll counter the give +1/+1s to everything trigger.
Oh, yeah. That's a sweet card.
Do we have lethal in 2 turns? This is 8. Yeah, I do. We have a 2-turn clock after this, so it's pretty good.
Not bad.
Damn it! I have replicate for this too. Damn, I can't hit both of them. I don't want this champion to get too big now. Ugh, this is such poor value. I can block the lieutenant because I have a Tide Shaper. I mean, they could attack with both. And then if I block lieutenant, they sack the cavern. But, like, that's a fine trade.
They did nothing.
Maybe I should keep this dock hand up. So everything shrinks, unfortunately. Okay, I think we're just passing. Oh, this Harbinger's not even that good. Yeah, I need more islands on the battlefield. Damn, that Sylvan Safekeeper. It's absolute pain. This is not that great of a strategy. They can get mana pretty easily. Do you have an instant speed human? Just posturing, okay. Another champion. Well, I mean, we don't. Nobody has any good attacks. I mean, if you attack with anything, we can double block. Interesting. By interesting, I mean that looks like a pretty poor attack. Attacking with just the champion is fine. Attacking with the Thou's Lieutenant is not that fine because we can just block with a Silver Gill Adept. And that seems like a pretty good trade, in my opinion. We'll try to bounce the champion, though.
Bye. See you later.
They could sack a land, of course, to give protection, but, you know, then they're eating up their mana base.
Which is abysmally pathetic
At the moment. Okay, well, actually, do I need to block here? It's probably the safe thing to do. Like, they have a very bad board now. They have a very, very, very bad board now. Oh, do you have Dismember? Is that the deal? If they have Dismember, they probably play it. I'm empty-handed. I'm completely hellbent. Ooh, nice draw. So I can attack with almost everything here. Keep the Rishon. What's if they don't block? That would be 4, 8, 11, 14. Not lethal. We'll maximize damage here. It's a tempo matchup, so every damage can count.
Come on. It's a simple thing. Just die.
Just concede. Oh! Oh, goodness. What does this mean? What did they throw away? The champion? Yeah, they threw away the champion. Alright, goodbye, Lord of Atlantis. Lord down. Island Walk down. But except this guy. This guy still has Island Walk. Alright, so that's going to save them a boatload of life. And we will still stick to this mana screw plan, which is not not a plan I really wanted to use in this matchup.
But it's working.
Well, they are down on cards. I don't know what the last card is.
A donut.
Could be another Solitude. We have Subtlety, they have Solitude. Oh, Basic Island. Just enabling my deck, opponent. Ooh, Extraction Specialist. This is going to be insane. Oh, but can you... No, you can't get... you can't get Solitude. For a second, I thought, oh my god, they're about to get Solitude. Is it just one creature? So as long as that one creature's in play, this thing can't attack, if I understand correctly. As long as that card... oh, sorry, that creature can't attack for as long as you control Extraction Specialist. Oh, okay. So this thing can attack. This cannot. That's not even the most important thing, though. Well, this is a game all of a sudden. 2 random creatures enter the battlefield. Champion of the Parish is feeling, like, pretty happy. Pretty proud of himself. Some Safekeeper getting in that red zone. That is awkward. Attack for 2. I could attack for nothing. Probably I should just attack for nothing. Okay. Round blocking duty.
You were going to tap?
Oh yeah, I should have tapped something. It's not that big of a deal. I think, like, what do I stop? I probably stop nothing, actually. I can. It's actually at this point, on this very turn, it's probably better to tap at end of turn. Unless there's like a banned card I don't know about. Because I could hit one of these things and all they have is 2 islands and 1 random color. Is it Staticaster is going to absolutely destroy me here? Holy crap. Fidelian Hexcatcher is not safe. It's going to change how I think about this game or my sideboarding. Yeah, that was a pain. That was a pain 5 years ago. Or something more than 5. 6 years ago. It's still a pain today. Probably I'm losing. They're being extra cautious. Who knows what's going to happen? Taking 9. Well, can't take that much. Can't take that much heat. So I'll block a little bit of it. That was actually not a smart. They like if they dealt damage to that Hexcatcher. If I just filed in a Lord, they were in trouble. I guess in their mind they didn't think the Lord was coming because I might have played it on my turn. Okay, pass. How to possibly win this game? They gotta play a creature. I subtlety it. They attack with like their champion. They attack with everything. I have to double block the champion. Attacking with the Is It Staticaster. Yeah. My only chance is double blocking here, going to 1. Oh, that was supremely dead.
Boo!
Okay, how does that change if I know they have Is It Staticaster? Maybe not. Probably nothing. It's just nothing I can do.
Damping Sphere.
I don't have that many 1 toughness creatures in the deck. Just Silvergill Adept and Hexcatcher, and I'll just try to be extra cautious with my lords. Oh, I think we have a lot of interaction even for the Staticaster. This hand's not that impressive. It's not a good curve
I think it's great.
on the play. I'm going to mulligan. This hand is satisfactory a lot better. I'll keep. I'll dump 1 Cavern of Souls.
Because, I mean, you had like half your lands in that hand. So there's going to be nothing but creatures from now on out.
We can go turn 2 Silvergill Adapt, turn 3 Lord, maybe Glasspulled Lord, hopefully Subtlety something. It's not ideal, though. Well, they're not going to be playing Aether Vial on turn 1. Oh, did they keep an Aether Vial hand? They're thinking really hard about this.
Ancient Silvered. Oh! There he is!
Nor in the Wary. When a player casts a spell or a creature... attacks, exile Nor in the Wary, returns to the battlefield.
I clown on this guy all the time.
What
what the hell is he doing here? Is he a human?
Yeah. It's a human
I
warrior.
thought it was like a goblin.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Harbinger of the Seas. My plan has changed. Okay, we're going to play Glasspull Mimic here. We're going to Subtlety the very next thing that they play. They're going to play Harbinger of the Seas. Hope the game is over. Because they didn't really show us to have any basics. Like, just basic island. And that's not really going to get them very far.
I'm so confused.
You and me both. You and me both. Okay, goodbye, Norin. Okay, I'll Subtlety, pitch, Silvergill Adapt. And I hope that they only have like a basic plane somewhere randomly in their deck. And I'm just gonna hope that this Harbinger of the Seas and Lord of Atlantis is all we need to win the game.
What's going on here?
Well, there's a lot of ETB triggers like Thou's Lieutenant, ETB.
Okay.
If a creature enters the battlefield,
Yeah,
it gets bigger.
Yeah, I know.
Same thing with Champion of the Parish.
I know.
So that's the synergy. That's the idea.
Like literally, like the past 5 videos, I dunk on this guy. And here he is.
I gotta like auto yield that stupid trigger. It's gonna trigger all day.
There he is. Can't even breathe. This guy just fucks up.
What was that? Was that a sound? I'm gone. See you later, fellas. I don't want a death's wish. Like to live a little bit longer.
Bye.
Was that a breeze or a dinosaur? Oh no, I totally forgot about the solitude. Well, in that case, I shouldn't have been so aggressive.
You'll gain good life out of this.
No, I screwed this up. It's not worth it though. I played in a way like, oh, if I play this Harbinger of the Seas, the game is locked. But it's not. So what I should have just done was just turn 2 Silvergill Adept, and that was fine. There's a random Thou's Lieutenant. Like, I don't have any cards left. Humans in the year... Humans, year 2022. It's going to beat me. Or 2024, I should say.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Holy crap. This is like, yeah, it's going to trigger every single time I do something. Yeah, I'm lost. Yeah, I screwed up the beginning of the game. Maybe it was worth subtletying this stupid thing.
My prediction was right. Somebody found a way to break this card wide open. This guy.
Here's the Sartru. So hold on. And now, if when Satoru the Infiltrator and/or one or more other non-token creatures you control enter, if none of them were cast or no mana was spent to cast them, draw a card. Oh my god. All right. We're losing to this. We're going to lose to our opponent's synergy. That's the whole idea. Go turn 1 Nor in the Wary. And then play Satoru. I don't I don't know what this is going to do against other decks, but it's going to be an absolute house versus us right now, that's for sure.
Good job, Peter.
I'm sure they have Aether Vial in their deck too. I can do nothing. I can't even get rid of this thing. Well, I can bounce it with, I guess, Otawara. Whenever a player casts a spell or a creature attacks. keep drawing a card off of this stupid thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack for 5. And I'm going to hope my opponent respects that I have Hexcatcher in my deck and does not block Lord of Atlantis.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Because I have to play desperately. Okay, they do the respect. Because I don't have any other way to win this game. Okay, we're going to play the Ottawa so we can play Sync. Don't know what I'm going to do with the Sync, though.
He gets 2 card draws?
Ugh, this is just brutal. I guess for each turn, yeah. They're drawing like 3 cards a turn. Not bad. Not bad. Well, I mean, you know what? The Harbinger play is still fine because we then force our opponent to have Solitude, and they don't have like a good. They don't have like a card draw engine like for example, a Blue-Eye Control has. They would have to naturally draw the Solitude. So there was like a 60% chance we would win the game, more or less, maybe closer to 55% chance we win the game on the spot. What's this Phantasmal Image gonna do? Oh, copy Thala's Lieutenant, I guess.
Norn the Wary is about to be worth like $10.
Ooh, I should have bounced. Oh, I screwed that up. No! I could bounce Thala's Lieutenant. Then this thing has no choice but to copy Satoru. And then we sort of get back into this game. And then that's like a clean clear 2 for 1. No, I'm sort of anyway, everyone just keep that in mind. Oh, okay, I have to deal with this now. And bouncing this back to hand sucks too. Because I'm going to get replayed for more value. But yeah, this would have been great. Oh man, that would have been great. There's just this 2/3 Satoru and this Sylvan Safekeeper. Then what would we have drawn? Nothing. Okay, I am done here. I'm done. Let's move on. we have other matches to go. This is a long league. Somehow this is a very, very long league. Anyway, that was
Norn the Wary.
Yeah, that was Norn the Wary. Not happy to lose this matchup. Didn't play perfectly. I could play differently twice in this game. But, you know, whatever. It happens. Okay, that was round 2. Let's move on to round 3. Okay, we won the die roll for once. That's great. This is a hand. This is a hand we're going to keep. Probably we're gonna go put the Sink into Stupor into play tapped, then go Ottawara, Tide Shaper on their first turn, and then figure it out from there. I might play a little bit differently if I knew I had my 3rd land for Svelun, but I don't. So we're just going to play as if we're only going to have 2 lands in this game for the next 4 turns. Looks like we're up against a Frog deck, probably. Froggers? Froggers? Okay, so their Spell Snare cannot hit this Tide Shaper. Cantrip? Well, I guess nothing. Yeah, I think they have Spell Snare in hand. Which can hit 2 drops.
Norn the Wary.
Oh, Froggy.
Hey, you played this guy.
I think. Yeah, I did. My brother remembers. This is a bit strong. I don't have any good interaction here, so we're just going to kill it with our Flare of Denial. Denied.
Denied.
If we're drawing a land here, would be really strong, so we can just slam Svelun. Okay. Okay, I'll take it. Gonna keep this one.
Ooh, floating the mana.
There's some chance we could get hit by Subtlety here, but I think the risk is worth the reward.
That was some interesting mana floating tech.
Yeah. I only know the best.
Who needs a floating castle when you can do that shit.
That's also a very rare situation where I have to do something like this. Bloodstained Mire. Is this Grixis? Most of the decks are Dimir.
Glad
Don't
to see that
surprise
red.
me, opponent.
Glad to see that red mana.
It's not red. Well, it's just a fetch land.
It
But
can
the thing is, like, it can't get an island.
Ooh.
Destroy target non-outlaw creature. Well, Svalin, last I checked, you're not an outlaw. Damn.
You're an in-law.
Damn, there's just like one extra mana. I'm short from doing anything important. Probably I am lost. Probably I am lost.
Oh, it's not even that far.
I'm not even gonna kick it. I gotta be careful with this Hex Catcher. In fact, I'm not even gonna play it. Just gonna keep it as forced negation food. Even though our opponent has like 5 cards in hand. Maybe the Bloodstained Mire specifically to go get the swamp that this deck might have. Put another Watery Grave in the graveyard. Hexcatcher is just too vulnerable to like Bowmasters. Or maybe I should just not think like that. I'm like super so far behind. I should just not care. Another frog, yeah. They shocked themselves, so okay. They got the business in hand, that's for sure. They've got the business. You want to play the business here? You want to play the business? You got Counterspell? You probably do have Counterspell. I think we're just going to lose to this frog.
That's too bad.
It is too bad. Well, hold on. What the hell is this? I just looked at some lists recently, and they barely have any removal. It's like they have like 6 removal spells in the main deck, at best. We ran into one of them. And one of them, is, by the way, is Fatal Push. Maybe they're flooding, which is not likely. How did that get there? Oh, they discarded it. Oh, you don't think Harbinger of the Seas is useful versus me, do you? Your loss. Well, these draws are also not very good. Okay, was there a Bowmasters this entire time? Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just counterspells. Well, let's just hold up this Force Negation just in case I have to. I don't need like another violent play. They're gonna go get the other Undercity Sewers. They have 2 mismatching arts.
That's bad tech.
Cringe, yeah. Cringe.
Bad luck.
Very cringe.
So
Shoot the Sheriff. No. This is probably not going to... Another Shoot the Sheriff. This deck is leaning a little heavier on removal instead of counterspells.
But not the Deputy.
So now I'm thinking, given how this game has played out, if I played Hexcatcher earlier, we could have dealt a good chunk of extra amount of damage. I still pretty strongly believe they've got Spell Snare in hand, though. Mind you, I don't really like Hexcatcher in the main deck. I'm just playing it in the main for the purposes of this 3x strategy. I don't like it in the main because of very specifically this type of matchup where even like the energy matchup, Hexcatcher is just not good against any of them because the body is pretty small and it's super vulnerable to Bowmasters. But it's not too bad. I'm playing with like I think the Merfolk deck can play 3 copies. Sorry, can play comfortably 4 copies of 1 toughness creatures in a deck. It's just that when it gets to 6, it'd just be a little bit much. Or sorry, 8 is like really too much. But we're playing with 6, so it's like it's on a fine line of being comfortable and awkward. Okay, please do not have Bowmasters. That was the bad time for this. That was a bad time for that card.
Please do not have anything. Just don't do anything.
They have a lot of counter magic in these decks, so if they get a good run of counter magic, then they can just lose to their own counter magic. Yeah, I could would prefer to have like one more land, please. Sorry, not
One more creature.
I want one more creature, not one more land.
Oh.
I'll hit you for one. I don't mind.
This jerk's got everything.
See that, like, usually the deck plays about like 4 Fatal Push and then a few Shoot the Sheriff, or like just no removal, not that much removal. Actually, this isn't main deck in at least the lists I saw. I shouldn't say like what's stock. I mean, there's a lot of variation. It's just that, you know, the more removal you have, the less effective it is versus energy. Counterspells are great because it prevents their ETBs. But that's the thing, because they're playing with a lot of counterspells, that screws them over when playing against us, because we've got Vile and Cavernous Souls that just bricks those things. I'll take this Vile up to 3 and this one up to 2. They're at 4. Okay, well, this game did not play it very well anyway. I'll attack for 1, force them to dump their hand. I mean, we're technically not lost. Like, they could still be afraid of Sink into Stupor. Probably not, because their hand, again, is probably full of counterspells, so they can just discard down to... They can discard down to 7. Okay, I am going to pause a little bit. Okay. Let this thing resolve. You can attack. How low do you want to go? Because if let's say they emptied their hand, and then I had Sink, well, that would just screw them. It's exactly what the opponent thought. We're not going to take that risk around here. But now I really need a Sink. But hold on. If they have... So they were playing around Sink plus maybe Tashana's Tidebinder or something. Because, yeah, because if we only had 1 card in hand, they would just dump 4 cards, make it an 8 power creature, and then use the last card as a counterspell. We were not meant to win this game.
Lame.
Yeah, I'm just going to concede. I should technically... The try-hard in me would continue playing. Make them attack.
The try-hard.
The try-hard. All right, Harbinger is good. Tashana's Tidebinder is fine.
I've seen that try-hard win against Tron when you were at like 3 life and he was still like 18. He never gave up.
Let's see.
Show me ball.
I might want to take out some of these Hex Catchers.
Show me
How
ball.
good is this thing? Consigned to memory. Can interact with Subtlety. Interacting with Frog is not good. Interacting with Bowmasters is fine.
She's wearing a cone right now.
No, this is not good. I don't really like... So I have like a choice. I have to get rid of like Harbinger of the Seas or some Hex Catchers. Maybe just get rid of a little bit of both. I don't like Hex Catcher because of the Bowmasters. But I don't like Harbinger because it's just like a clunky creature. I sort of want my Cavernous Souls online. Well, 3X is screwing me in this matchup. Basically. Yeah. Harbinger of the Seas. Yeah, whatever. It's a 2 toughness creature for 3 mana.
But it's power.
I find that's more valuable than the stupid Hexcatcher card.
Hexcatcher is stupid.
It is in the face of Bowmasters, it is. Face of Bowmasters
There's a new button.
Supremely stupid, huh?
League details. That's a new button.
Is it?
Yeah, that wasn't there before.
Well, we didn't get to see what it did.
Daybreak is adding new things 1 year at a time.
Hand is awkward, but I'll keep it. This is definitely a spot where having 1 Vial would have been better, way better than having 2.
The dog do be barking.
Oh yeah, can you hear my dog? AKA my cat.
She's wearing a cone.
She's a comb girl now.
There she is.
She comb. Sorry, not comb. It's cone.
I said cone, and she's right here. You can pick her up. Show the cone. Hey.
You want to show off your cone to everybody? Show me a ball.
Hi. I know you want to go out, but it's 9 p.m.
Oh, I take her out at 9. It's not a problem. Problem is we're recording. We're doing business.
Hey.
Pass. So one of these balls going straight to 3.
It's okay, Joey.
Preordain. Okay, so they're short on lands for sure. Their hand is full of gas. Two top, zero bottom, so they just drew a land. There it is. Shock land, of course. Only the finest. The finest of shock lands.
You'll win this one.
Well, not if their hand is loaded with spells. That could be a problem. Although, if we can get this Hex Catcher... Sorry, if we can get this Vial to 3 and maybe snipe off some of their fetch lands, that would be nice. They're waiting. I mean, maybe they don't have any removal. It's just all counter spells. That is a possibility. Okay, they're definitely choked on mana. Another vial. I don't need these vials, damn it.
Vial should have cycling.
Ooh, okay. This can ETB. Should ETB or should I counter this? Just trying to think how to... Actually, yeah, let's flare this. Then it opens the ability for me to attack with the Mutavault on future turns. Because right now, saving that mana is just holding me back. I'd rather play Flare of Denial on like a Psychic Frog or something, but like, what am I gonna do? One top, one bottom. Overall, I don't really like our spot, mostly because of I don't have enough damn mana. Anyway, this polluted delta looks like a good spot for us to go throw in a Tishana's Tidebinder, and then they lose the land. If they're planning on playing Murktide this turn, well, they got no Murktide. They could, in theory, I don't know what they would want to do, but they can't do anything for 7 or 3 mana.
There's a fly in here.
Yeah, I know.
I
might have to
kill it
I
because
might have...
she's wearing a cone.
You want to show yourself? Ugh.
See, she's wearing a cone.
She's wearing a cone. It's a cone kitty now. You're a cone kitty. Okay, you gotta be quiet. I'm not gonna use my shortcuts because of you. Okay, I can auto yield these.
Oh, she's happy.
She's pretty happy. Harbinger is not a bad card here. Now the real question is if they have another Bowmasters, what do I do about this? Because it runs into like Toxic Deluge. Okay, that's fine. They take 4. I don't understand why they shoot the Sheriff. I mean, I guess they're just in life preservation mode. And that's... Well, because the thing is, if they kill the Mutavault, then Toxic Deluge is stronger. So I guess if when they don't kill this Mutavault, they don't have Toxic Deluge yet. Their hand is probably just a big pile of...
Crap.
Well, it could be like still removal like this.
Nor in the wary.
Put one card on top, one card on the bottom, assuming one of those lands is a... sorry, one of those lands is a... One of the cards on top was a land. You get a Murktide Regent. I just need to tap you down. See, if this card was that new card, the tappy guy, then this would be great. Okay, now we're waiting for that Island Walk Lord that I took out of the deck. I have 2 Island Walk. We only have 6 in the deck. Can I win if I play a random creature? I could. Okay, yeah, just careful throwing me ball. You're going to make me skip through my turn.
It's the cone.
Yeah.
So distracting.
Okay, I'm just gonna take my turn. No rush. Problem is they have no incentive to attack into my Harbinger of the Tides. Oh, this is great. Okay, let's sync. Do you have force negation in your deck?
Die.
Well, it doesn't die. Better go boing. Chip away for another 2. If I knew that I was on top, I would have emptied my hand. Can't replay it yet. Froggy frog. Huh. Okay, I guess we're gonna tick everything up. This goes up, this goes up, this goes up. Well, that's sort of, well, I don't know if it sucks, but whatever. Now we're waiting for an opportunity to attack through all this crap.
Tap that frog.
I can't tap the frog.
I'm telling him.
Oh. Well, they're coming to attack.
His name is Tapton Green Frog.
We might as well try to double block, bait them into discarding a bunch of cards. Maybe we can even bait them into discarding everything. And then we just bounce it with Harbinger of the Tides. See what happens. Okay, you can kill one. Yeah, see? Look at all the counter spells. Look at these counter spells. Stern Scolding, Mystical Dispute. Like, this deck is just full of so much counter magic that they just can't use. There's another one. Oh, I should have Shoshana's Tidebinder there. So if I bounce, you can replay this thing. I don't exactly win. Well, anyway, it was not bad. This was acceptable value. I just hope like one of the last cards in hand isn't Toxic Deluge, because that would wipe my board. So they can replay Psychic Frog and Murktide at the same time here. Unfortunately.
2 cards at the same time.
2 cards at the same time. They don't even replay it. Interesting. That was very interesting.
Bounce spell.
Should say always no for all these. Not particularly useful. Okay, so I attack for 4, you go to 3, you play a frog. Still can't win. Okay, pass. I guess they have a sink in hand or something? Like, what do you need 3 mana for? Or maybe, no, it can be something between 1 and 2 mana.
Mathematics.
Yeah, mathin'.
Joe Meatball, you're wearing a cone. Hi. She's back.
Okay, I take 6. Well, if they have no removal spell, I can attack with everything. I could play Tashana's Tidebinder, attack with everything. They have to block the Tidebinder. They can discard 2 cards, take 6, go to 1. And then they only can attack back for not much more. I think that's worth it. Force them to have, I don't know, a removal spell or something. If I played a little bit better, I think I should have Tashana's Tidebinder the second last Psychic Frog trigger to force them to discard one more card. So that was a slight missed opportunity there. This is all always no, always no, always no. This card's like okay if they have Bowmasters. Put the Fear of Bejesus in them here. So if they want to live, they have to block Tishana's Tidebinder, put a double counter on it, or dump the hand. Keep Prog alive. They go to 1. There goes a counter spell. There goes another counter spell. Okay, so they can draw a card, exile 3 cards. This goes to 9, 9, 13. That's not enough. Because they can exile cards with Psychic Frog to give it flying, and every single time you exile a card, Murktide gets bigger. But this is only adds up to like 9, 14 or whatever. Oh, you want to do nothing? Well, guess what? I don't want to do nothing. I win.
Ha.
Unless there's a Bowmaster. Unless it's exactly Bowmasters. If it's exactly Bowmasters, no, we win that game.
Ha.
Shout out to Sandpiper. Like, you see how that game played out? I had this big discussion with Sandpiper saying like we have a natural advantage because they can't side out their counter spells. They just can't. You look at how many counters are in the main, how many are in the sideboard, and it's impossible to side out all their counter spells, and that's our natural advantage in this matchup. It's just literally impossible. So if you have, and we did have Ether Vial, and we had too many Ether Vials in that game, but if you have Ether Vial in that game, it gives you like a pretty good edge. So we actually flooded out pretty hard, but it was more than enough because their hands were only counter spells, so they could not exchange any of those cards with anything.
Sandpiper is a bird. Lots of people.
So the only critical card in this entire matchup is basically Toxic Deluge. We can be a little bit vulnerable on the draw because they could go turn 2 Frog, and then if we don't have Cavern of Souls or something, we may not be able to beat it. I'm going to keep this hand. I like the idea of playing turn 1 Tide Shaper to sack it to a Flare of Denial if they play turn 2 Frog. Then maybe we'll play Harbinger of the Seas. It's not clear if Harbinger of the Seas will help us.
It's going to be amazing.
Because it shuts down our Cavern of Souls. And like if you turn them into a mono blue deck, okay, then they just use their counter spells, right? So Harbinger of the Seas is like fine-ish if you have Vial, but not so fine-ish if you have Cavern of Souls. The Cavern of Souls is probably worth a lot more to me than anything else. So I may not play Harbinger of the Seas, or I'm going to be delaying it, or I'm going to have to think about it. I'm going to think, if they fetch like a swamp, I'm definitely not going to play a Harbinger of the Seas. Let's attack for 2 and just play a naked Harbinger of the Tides, just to stay on curve.
When is Wizards going to print a Norn the Wary, but for Merfolk?
Whew! I don't know if that would be even good. That might not be good. Norn the Wary for Merfolk? Probably not very good. Play Island Walk Lord. Okay, see you guys. Lord of Atlantis, this is supposed to make you feel bolder in battle, not more scared. The cavalry just disappear.
What was that noise?
We're going to war? F this!
Peace.
Yeah, peace out. Psyche Frog. Psyche gone. here we are. I'm going to have this decision. Unless there's another land to be played. Put to a decision. Lock out future Psychic Frogs. Alright, let's go for it. If I have to, I can like get rid of my own Harbinger of the Seas. So like this locks out Psychic Frog, what's it called? Orcish Bowmasters. The removal, of course, Toxic Deluge. So it's mostly going to come down to Murktide, which I can Flare of Denial. Okay, they just resigned there. So this does situationally it can work. It's not something I want to rely on. It worked here though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was round 3. Let's move on to round 4. We lost the die roll as we usually do these days. It's a one-lander, so I don't want to take a chance on it. It's not like the worst one-lander, but there's no reason to be greedy because I could go like turn 1 Dockhand, turn 2 Tide Shaper, flare something, but seems a bit insane. This hand is not great either. We'll keep it, I guess. Guess I get rid of 1 sink. Yeah, I guess I get rid of 1 sink. I mean, Mutavault can be considered a creature. Aether Vial will eventually take up to play Silvergill Adept, and we have quite a few draws. And we're up against what is... we don't know. Probably not Boros Energy. Maybe Storm? Oh, sorry, this is just control. Just Guy control. Which means our hand is good. Our hand is great. Start off with that Aether Vial. Probably next turn I'll play Otawara and Spreading Seas the stupid thing. Oh! Oh! It is energy. Ow! The hell is going on here? Well, that's not a good start. That's terrible. That's very evil. It's very, 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 very evil. And I drew another Otawara. That is just great. Okay, let's Spreading Seas the Parlor. I can't remember if Aether Hub is in every... Yeah, Aether Hub is in every deck. I'm not... You've got to be kidding me! This hand is busted! This hand is insane. Okay, but here's the thing. If we draw, like, another Spreading Seas or a Harbinger of the Seas... Okay, I guess it just doesn't matter. They're going to keep playing creatures. Oh, I can counter that. Hallelujah. I can do something here. What do I need to happen? I don't even know what I need to happen. They can't activate these yet. Not yet, at least. One day, but not today. What the hell was their starting hand? I guess they didn't want to play Aether Hub into this, because then yeah, I guess it was Aether Hub, Elegant Parlor. Well, well, well. Okay, so can we find, like... Okay, that's interesting. Can we find Flare of Denial? There's so many ways we can still lose this. Well, anyway, we're going to make the best of this bad situation. Tap for this. Play Otawara. Is this like the second time in this league that I have to sack my Otawara? I swear this rarely happens. Rarely happens. Okay, so now what we're hoping is our opponent does not have red creatures to play and red removal. And it's all white cards in hand. It's the only way we're stabilizing here. Well, they're thinking for a long time, so they probably don't got it at the moment. Whatever it is, they don't got it.
I swear, babe, this almost never happens.
Yeah, what do they have in their deck, though, that they don't have Gigantha? Is the thing that's screwing with my brain here. Okay, I'm gonna take the Vial up to 3 and eventually get it to 4 so we can play our Subtlety.
3 Aurora Borealises.
Okay, now taking that thing up to 3 was completely unnecessary.
Located entirely on your battlefield.
I'm going to attack for nothing? I guess I'm going to attack for nothing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, that was rude. Okay, we're dead.
Aw.
They top decked the planes that they needed.
Look, show Meepo, it's a Johnny.
Yeah.
Your leader.
Cat Warrior. Lead you into battle.
Meepo getting thick.
Chubby Meatball's eating very well, despite her injuries. Hey, do I have a chance in hell now? I don't think so. If I could subtlety, like if that Otawara wasn't an Otawara, then I'd have 4 lands in play right now. Okay, so I take 6. And for the record, if anyone's gonna say like, hey, Otawara is too big of a risk, no, it's not.
Yeah, Sandpiper.
No, Sandpiper never complained about that, but there are every so often someone will say like, "Oh, I lost because of Otawara." Like, shut up. It looks like not well with drawing that it wouldn't matter. So I would have put a Johnny back on top, and they would replay it this very turn. What really sucks is like I exiled a Sink It to Stupor, so I can't even deal with these things very well. Play a creature. Oh, he didn't even play a creature. Okay, well, I'm going to take the vial up to 4 then. This flare does not help me. I wonder if they have a removal spell or something, or they just have no reason to play it. Or maybe they're just drawing lands. Yeah, that's possible. I'm going to resign.
No.
Well, I can only block 1, and then I can't have I have no anything for the future one.
We're up against...
Okay, we're up against R.I.P. Harambe. Okay, we're on the play. Doesn't matter. Harbinger is good. Tishana's Tidebinder is good. Chalice is good. So on the play, not as big of a fan. On Flare, on the play, I don't think we need Dockhand. Oh, I never liked Hexcatcher. Take out 1 Lord. Seems fine. Seems okay. That's like a game, if I'm on the play, I probably win. This hand's okay. I'll keep. We'll go turn 2 Spreading Seas into turn 3 Dockhand. Sorry, turn 3 Tide Shaper. If they have a 2-land hand, they lose, more or less.
Good.
Another Guide of Souls start. How rude, opponent. How rude. But that Plains isn't going to protect you from Spreading Seas!
Joey!
Windswept Heath, probably going to find another Plains. Well, this time Temple Garden. Green? This is Naya? Is this a Naya deck?
Ooh, this guy.
That's interesting. Okay,
Destroy
there's the
some
green to destroy my Spreading Seas. We just drew Harbinger of the Seas. That's a good one. Right. Where's your green mana now, jerk? Oh, they have 3 mana though. Well, I can sink whatever they make bigger. So they are locked out. I think this game's over. Unless they have Solitude in their deck. I think the game's over.
User wins.
I can rebounce this thing and
You are the user.
that'll be the end of it. Another Haywire Might, okay.
But no green mana.
Haywire Might. Maybe not that bad versus me. Maybe it's not. Yeah, I have to stop this energy train immediately. I got another sink, which is good. I'll play a Lonely Tide Shaper. That does nothing. And then we got to bounce this.
The loneliest Tide Shaper.
Oscillate Pride. 1, I supposed to bounce this right now to prevent them from having the city's blessing?
It'll be okay, Joe Maple. Just a few more days.
No, she's gonna be a cone kitty for probably like another week.
Oh God.
Maybe a little less than a week, but like
That's like a year to her.
probably. Chalice. Okay, so
Big Chalice.
I probably will play this Chalice.
On one.
Yeah, we'll play it on one. Sounds like the only way I can lose to... Well, I mean, if they find a green source, which I doubt that they have in their deck. Okay, so I can attack for 6. Attack for 6. You attack me back for 4 and lose a creature. It's fine. Next turn we'll just play out our hand, really. What do you want to die? You want to attack with everything? What do you want to die? We'll block the token. If we block Haywire Might, they gain life. So just kill off the tokens. You better have a basic something in your deck. Yeah, we won.
Ha. Easy clap.
Too easy. Okay, we're on the draw, though. So now being on the draw, I don't think I'm going to make big changes. I'll take out one Harbinger, bring in one Dockhand. The Dockhand makes things a little bit weaker for us with Chalice, but because we're on the draw, I think the greed is just worth it. We don't have that many 1-drops on the draw. Well, I guess we do. We have Tide Shaper. These vials. Ugh, this hand's not that good. It's good if we draw something. Draw good things. Actually, I hate having double vial and these sinks. They're just terrible.
Sinking is stupid.
Our deck is full of gas. There's no reason to BS around here. We're gonna mulligan. This hand's not that good. They capped. We have no turn 1 play. We've got no Harbinger of the Seas. We have no Chalice of the Void.
It's okay. You got everything you need. You got
No, I
blue
don't.
cards.
I don't have everything I need. Subtlety is a 2-for-1. I'm gonna mulligan again. This hand's good. Okay, this hand makes me very happy. So we're just gonna try to curve into. We're just trying to curve into Harbinger of the Seas, I guess. Shit, this hand's sort of awkward.
Was Bloomborough a successful set?
Yep.
People were happy.
I think it was a successful set.
People liked it.
But don't take my word for it.
I'm gonna make
non-basics. That makes me happy. Ooh, Ragavan. That does not make me happy. That makes me very unhappy.
I'm gonna make a 5-hour video titled "Why Alpha Was a Complete Failure."
We're gonna put as much pressure on this Ragavan because that is a source of mana outside of these non-basic lands. This looks like this hand is just gonna get undermined here. They put it on the bottom. That's convenient. Ooh, that was a great draw. Okay, we're not gonna take damage here. Hopefully we Spreading Seas something, followed up with Harbinger of the Seas. To at least slow them down. Ether Hub is okay. Because that can be dead. Not this time. We do want to curve into our last land, so I'm going to... Okay, we're going to Spreading Seas this. So if they want to play like a white or red or any spell, then they have to use the energy from the Ether Hub. We drew Force Negation. It's not a good combo with our Ether Vial. It's a pretty poor combo. They're gonna go for it. Okay. Land? Ooh, okay, they have basic forest. Not the strong one. Land? Okay, we get the land. Excellent. That will... It won't exactly stop them in their tracks, because they can attack with the this token. But, I mean, they can't do a whole lot with this forest. Also, that's insane! They would play a basic forest in this deck? What's the green card for?
Nor in the wary.
There's got to be some, like, killer green card that they have this forest for. It's... Their mana base is a bit greedy. Okay, we're lagging here. We're lagging. See the swirly thing going on over here? I did pay one.
Daybreak Games.
We crashing? Okay, no. Hit cancel, but it's useless.
I think Chubby Meatball's cone is interfering with the Wi-Fi.
I don't think so. Oh my god, I'm gonna die to these damn haywire mites.
No, it's not possible.
It's possible. They could play 3 of them. They're gonna play 3 haywire mites, get 3 energy for this Guide of Souls. These force negations are like the worst at the moment. Okay, we do need to draw some gas though. Oh my god, these are clunky. Yeah, we need to draw some. We do need to draw some gas because, like, they have what, like, maybe 3 planes. I don't know. Maybe they have 1 planes. They have this one damn forest in their deck for a reason. Oh, and they can use the Haywire Mite on our Ether Vial if they wanted to. Well, okay, we have like 6 turns probably. Oh, they do want to eat up my vial. All right, well, it was literally doing nothing. It gets 5 loyalty.
Johnny.
I think what's going to happen here, they're going to attack. I'm actually going to block with subtlety. Oh, that has a cost to it, though. Okay, hold on. So I can block with subtlety. It dies. A Johnny flips. They make another creature get an energy, but I can kill a Johnny after that. If they go +2 to save it. No, it doesn't matter.
Somebody should put a cone on a Johnny.
Yeah, put cone on a Johnny. Yeah, we can't keep taking damage like this, and I have to play my cards.
You have to play them right.
Yeah. So a Johnny flips. Johnny will make another cat token. If a Johnny makes another cat token, a Johnny dies, which is fine. Oh, it chooses not to flip a Johnny. I've never seen that before. Very clever. Very, very, very clever opponent. Very, very clever. Okay, we attack for 6. Yeah, they saw the writing on the wall. I don't know if it's that bad of an idea though still. They have no good attacks.
Big. Spring Seas, yes!
I don't even know what this does.
Everything.
It's their last basic. That's good. Is that lethal? No, not even close.
Close, though.
No, it's not close.
Huge.
It's a lot of damage. I mean, they'll probably concede next turn.
Got another forced. 3.
Yeah, we won the match. See, you can beat energy. Now, they didn't know it was in our hand, but if they kept that Ragavan on top of their deck, we were screwed. I don't know if we could have beaten that, because it was all on the Harbinger of the Seas. I don't know what their hand was. I guess they just really wanted to curve out with a Johnny into the other stuff that they had, but Harbinger of the Seas does it again. Locks them out big time.
Boom.
Okay, that was round 1. Sorry, that was round 4. Move on to round 5. So we lost the die roll. I'm not winning a lot of die rolls recently. Anyway, the hand's fine. We're gonna keep it.
It's all rigged.
Yeah, I know. I lost, I think, 4 out of 5 of my die rolls.
Ooh.
You remember that?
That would
You
be a great
remember
time
that?
for Spreading Seas.
Well, we have Tide Shaper. Is that not good enough for you? Is that not good enough for you? Okay, like turn 1 Urza land is not bad. Usually I'm paranoid of like turn 1 damn, not Talisman of Resonance. Or sorry, was it Resistance? And oh, this is actually Tron. Like this is actual Tron.
No
Because
BS.
like yeah, like the they actually removed Expedition Map from the deck. Like all the other like big mana decks are like, yeah, we don't need this. What a waste of time. Well, let's try to disrupt mana. I don't really feel confident in this position. So we're just going to do our best. Because next turn they can play like the One Ring, they can play Karn the Great Creator, they can do anything.
They could play Karn's Percent. That AI generated.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, there's all sorts of wacky. This is Eldrazi Tron. I thought they don't play this card anymore. Okay, the One Ring.
It should be silver.
Which is fine. One Ring is fine.
It's been mirrodized or whatever. It's a silver ring now.
So I should say, like, you know, it's not that big of a deal for the One Ring to come out so early versus us, because we're not attacking for a whole lot very early. We're going to be attacking for a lot more later. And I think we're in pretty good shape here. So next turn, whatever they play, we can sink it. They're probably going to tap out for it, whatever it is. Then we have like subtlety available to us the following turn. I think we're ahead. I mean, so long as they have to keep tapping out to make their plays, I think we're ahead. Yeah, we can sink this. Prefer to subtlety it, but we're gonna do what we gotta do. Another map. What do you need so many maps for? One, two, three, four, 5. Okay, that's very important. I'm just counting how much mana they have. What, another Spreading Seas. I wouldn't want to get all as dusted. That would suck. So how much am I attacking for? 5, you go to 14, you go to 12 with Mutavault. I have a bazillion damage. Okay, that's fine. So I'm not going to commit the extra Lord to the battlefield because it looks like they're going to die anyway. If they don't have all his dust. If they have all his dust, sucks for me. Oh, wait a minute. No, they're not close to Tron at all. For a second I thought, oh, are you close to Tron? But they're not.
Oh, that land.
Oh,
and no Tron.
I forgot. Oh, I forgot they can go get a land. Oh, they got Urza's Tower? What's going on here? I thought they would go get the land that is just a soul land. Then they could potentially all his dust. Well, so now here's the problem. I can't beat another One Ring. That's the only ginormous problem I have here.
You got Spreading Seas though.
Yeah, well, that
Oh.
that doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna cast this thing.
I wonder what it would feel like if you put a pin up to that big eyeball. It just popped like a balloon.
That probably doesn't happen. Is it like a big grape or something? Oh, they're tapping fast. They got a One Ring. Oh, they have a Thought-Knots here. You just want to know what's in our hand? Well, I'll tell you what's in my hand, because I'll put the other half on the battlefield. We've got a Lord of Atlantis. Now you're dead. Surprise. Yeah, I got that too. I had all these. Okay, concede for me, please. This is your 3. Yeah, there we go.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah, close enough. They did the one for you. Okay, so this is where Consigned to Memory is supposed to be an absolute banger. Tishana's Tidebinder is good. Damping Sphere is going to be good. Not perfect, but very good. What the hell do I remove? Okay, Dockhand is not necessary. Silver Gill Adapt is fine, but not necessary. Sveiloon may not be necessary. 3 more cards? Ugh, these are all great. How many creatures do I have? 24? I think I could sacrifice Subtlety. I feel like I have too much interaction. We have only 21 creatures. Did I misbuild my deck? Submit this. Alright, whatever. 21 creatures it is.
You want to go down.
Yeah.
3 ofs.
This is all spells here. All spell merfolk.
Oops.
Too many spells. Oh, we have all the spells in our hand. I think there's something wrong with our... Oh, yeah, I don't think this deck is supposed to have Spreading Seas and Damping Sphere in the same deck. So we're going to mulligan this.
He mulliganed.
Yeah, we'll keep this.
They can go to 5, though. They can go to 1.
I think I'm going to dump the Vial. Because we don't need... Our hand is pretty threat light. And we're going to probably play Force Negation on something. Ooh, Ugin's Labyrinth. Big spender.
How
all his dust in there.
How different will the meta be by the time we go to Calgary?
It's Pioneer in Calgary.
Oh.
You're not going to see any of this. That's how different it's going to be. It's going to be a whole different format. So, like, I'm going to be going to the regional champion, the face-to-face regional championship in Calgary. It's Pioneer.
I'll be there, too.
My brother's going to be there, too. You want his autograph? He's going to be there. Why wouldn't you want his autograph? Okay, so this is where Spreading Seas shines. Our opponent very clearly is playing with Kozilek's command, and now Kozilek's command is offline, thanks to Spreading Seas. They should probably take their All's Dust back. What the hell is this for 3 mana? Oh, they're just gonna play Kozilek's command anyway. Just can't hit my creature. So if they play Kozilek's command, this is like a 2-for-1 still, because yeah, so they're gonna probably ramp and draw a card, scrawl and draw a card, yeah. But we hit the Ugin's Labyrinth. We also nailed the All's Dust. The All's Dust is not gonna come back. And this is a win. This is a huge win, because Tide Shaper getting eaten up by this Kozilek's command was such an absolute pain in all my playtesting. I absolutely hated it. You're going to put another thing underneath? Okay, you have nothing. Are you tapping out, huh? 1 ring? 2 ring? A second ring? Oh, it's a sowing Miko spawn. Sure. So what am I supposed to hit? The Eldrazi mana or the forest? I don't know, but we'll hit one, then we'll hit the other, I suppose. I'm more fearful of the double colorless, or just any colorless. Dismember. Very rude.
Haven't seen that guy in a while.
What to do here? Do you have another Kozilek's command? Oh, they're gonna play a spawn with kicker. I guess I should have Spreading Seas this damn thing. Well, it didn't matter actually, because they had Dismember.
Love me some Spreading Seas.
The Sowing Miko spawn beat down. I'm facing it. 1, 2. Okay, so at this point, it's pointless hitting the colorless mana. They just have too much. I'll hit their forest. Prevent them from playing. I don't know. I don't even know if they have Ancient Stirrings. I guess I'm just preventing them from playing future Sowing Miko spawns. That might not have even been the most mana efficient thing I could do. I could probably play Tishana's Tidebinder. But maybe now if I draw a land, I'll dump the Tishana's Tidebinder to this Force Negation. Can you just stop playing things, like, please?
Run out of cards already.
Yeah, run out of cards. Stop doing things. You've done something every turn. You had, like, one card in your hand when you passed the turn.
Ugh.
Okay, that I can counter. Let's... Yeah, we'll force this way.
Rude.
Land. Probably I should not have been cheering for a land. Okay, I attack for 4. You attack me for 6. Next turn I can attack for potentially lethal, and if not, I can hold stuff back. Yeah, that sounds good. So they attack me for 6. I go to 5. And then on my next turn, I can potentially just attack for 5, put them to 7. Chump block something, take 3, go to 2. Oh, they're slowing down. Okay, I think they drew a donut. Okay, this is fine. Oh, you do have something to play. Oh, okay, you don't. Unless you can get Blast Zone. That would be a bummer, but I don't think people play with Blast Zone anymore. So now we attack for 5. See, if they want to keep swinging and attacking, you're gonna have to eat into, throw yourself away into the Tide Shaper. So the attack is not good.
Nothing. Donuts.
Why didn't they
Please,
crack
for the love
the?
of God.
They should have cracked the map. There's like no reason not to crack the map. Like thin the deck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, they still have a turn. I
No.
don't have lethal next turn. I can only attack for 6 with Island Walk. The game's not over. So even if they drew nothing, they can pass. I will attack with just Hexcatcher, probably. Assuming I draw nothing.
Oh.
Oh, well, they drew nothing. They might have drawn like another expedition map or something. Yeah, you should. They drew a land. Or like, damn it, I should have cracked this map, so I didn't draw that land.
Just pass through there.
Oh my god! They got Boseiju. That's a great idea. They should have done that at end of turn. So what they can... What the... What is going on here? Did he draw all his dust? Oh, World Breaker. Oh, that's a huge turn. What the hell? What's going on here? I don't understand. Oh, they were trying to play around. I have a card in hand, so they were just trying to figure out like what's the best way to play around.
Does it have an annihilator?
Everything. Do they still have an island? Why is this a 4/4? Oh, I made that an island. I forgot. Yeah, they still have an island. Okay, Island Walk's still online. They don't want to attack.
Lord for win.
Lord for win. Yeah, it's
Come
Lord
on,
for
come on,
win.
come on,
That was their
come on,
dilemma.
come on. Oh, well, it's still
No,
not bad.
that's a very good. That's a very good draw. It's a very good draw. Can they destroy their own land? Oh, what's worse though is they can sack a land. They can sack the forest. You cast the spell, exile artifact, enchantment, or land. Damn it! They can exile their own damn land. Okay, so I can attack for 6.
Yeah, bring him down to as low as you can.
No, it looks like what I have to do is I have to attack for 2. Return World Breaker from your graveyard to your hand. How do I do this? I don't want to bounce this card. Okay, I think I figured it out. We're going to attack for 2. As reach. Cast the spell, exile target artifact, creature, land. Okay. I'm going to hope that they alpha attack next turn. Which they might not.
They'd be foolish not to.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They still have the All's Dust. Damn it. Yeah, we're cooked. Yeah, we're cooked. Can't beat All's Dust. We need a lot more help. I was playing to my outs in my hand. So what I thought they were gonna do is I thought they were gonna like Boseiju the Spreading Seas. That was the whole point. And then All is Dust. But I guess maybe that might not have worked with Hexcatcher in play. So they're gonna get the final piece of the puzzle here. Got Urza's Tower. You probably have more mana than you can possibly spend. I wish I had a hard counter. I do not.
No. Oh, it's not the end though.
No. It is not. So green is sort of important to them between the Miko Spawn and World Breaker. Does that change anything? Okay, I'm gonna take out the Spreading Seas because I actually think this is overkill. Maybe it's not. 21 creatures. It's a bit low. Flare is good. Sort of want to bring in the Silver Giladapt, but I gotta sacrifice like something. Maybe the Hexcatcher is too weak. No, I have to take out like a non-creature spell. It's like it's just a weird spot. Like I just have like an outrageous amount of interaction. I don't need this much interaction. Force Negation is good. Flare is like all of these things are fine, but they're not. Banana's amazing. Whatever. I'll just submit it. Got to win with what few creatures we have. Sure. 2 Damping Spheres is not really necessary. Found Devour of Destiny right off the bat. Yeah, if the Spreading Seas was a Silver Giladapt, might be happier. Or even if this Hexcatcher was a Silver Giladapt, I might be happier. That can find Boseiju. But you need a green source for that. Oh, but you can find a basic forest. Maybe I should have hit that thing.
Love Dampening Sphere.
Oh, you love it, huh? Well, we do have Spreading Seas actually for the
Dampening Sphere is a
basic
great
forest.
card.
Huh?
Dampening Sphere is a great card. It should just be a Merfolk staple, I think.
I don't like the ramp.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get rid of that ramp.
I do not like the ramp. I also don't like that it adds green. But the problem is after I play Force, I'm like really low on resources now. Merfolk and pass. Yeah, I mean, I already suspected that I over sideboarded in game 2.
Why didn't you play the other sphere?
Because I want to play I want to play Hexcatcher. Because I want to play my Hexcatcher. I like my Hexcatcher. Found a green source. They had a green source anyway. I shouldn't have tapped like that. Well, I left the Cavernous Souls out.
Floated right back up to the top.
Yeah.
1 damage. All right, we're on our way.
You can still expedition map and find the damn thing.
It's all right. It's putting him behind. It's 1 turn he has to spend getting that. Stop it.
They didn't have to do this right now.
It was expedient.
Another
the expedition
Eldrazi
map.
temple. They're worthless.
Especially in this economy.
And now this time I can't play this Damping Sphere because Damping Sphere makes my spells cost 1 more to cast for every spell I play after the first one. So I guess this is just going to go play... Well, if they play the One Ring, I'll counter it with Hexcatcher. But I need, like, more stuff.
More stuff on the way.
No, that's not more stuff at all.
Damping Sphere.
Oops, I should attack first. What am I doing? Might have to, like, Otawara my own Spreading Seas. Just to, like, cantrip. Well, now you're definitely not tapping for shit.
Get taxed.
Yeah. What is this for 4 mana?
The eyeball.
No, the eyeball is that sorcery speed. Oh, it's Kozilek's command. For 1? Well, I'm losing this thing anyway, so might as well counter. But if I were to take a guess, we are not favored to win from here.
Not true.
And maybe given that we had Damping Sphere, maybe I should have just let the Talisman resolve. I just didn't want my opponent to have green mana and do anything that they wanted. Okay, Karn resolves. Karn's probably going to go find...
Not
maybe,
bridge.
No, they can find bridge.
No.
They can go find whatever they want. But we do have an Otawara in our hand. But Otawara is not meaningful right now. I have no creatures in play. I have nothing. Ratchet Bomb. It's got it going on. Well, okay, even though I overboarded, we're actually flooding out now, so. Because, like, if we even look at the spells between what's in exile, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5 spells, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana sources. So it's I'm not too worried about the Ratchet Bomb right now. I could play a creature next turn. It wouldn't be a big deal. Because they still have to tap it to tick it up, and then after it's tapped on 2, we can like bounce it back to their hand. I'm assuming there's a bridge. Oh, they got a Talisman. Oh, that's not bad. Interesting idea. We are meant to lose this one. I think we are just meant to lose this one. Just sort of a crappy league. But it's not that bad of a league. I think I liked how we performed versus the energy matchups a lot. So we performed very well versus energy. I don't know, that humans matchup was just like a wash or whatever. I don't expect to be playing against humans. And then in this match, I think we still have... I'm pretty confident I'm overboarding post-board. But even given that, I think we are running horrible in game 3. Oh, right on time. Supremely right on time. so this is where we bounce this thing back to hand. They would just have to go about its business all over again. What's sad is that it doesn't look like their hand is very good. Like, they're constrained on mana. They're really they are also really constrained on mana. Maybe the one ring. You know, it's our one way of winning. The one ring kills them. It's not out of the range of possibility. It's not impossible. In fact, we have a force negation to counter future rings that get played. That's going to be our plan from here.
Joey.
That's going to be the plan. I mean, they do have means of trying to exile their own one ring. But remember, the Boseiju has been spreading seized. World Breaker isn't going to come out anytime soon. Yeah, World Breaker can exile the one ring. I literally think that's the only way we can win here. We have to get our opponent to die to their own one ring. It's pathetic. Another Ratchet Bomb. Wow, they played so many things this turn.
I did so little. Ah.
Ooh, we're in business. Oh no, I don't want to play it into the. Oh no, the one ring is on 2. One ring's on 2, but the Ratchet Bomb's on 0. Yeah, so I need our opponent to get really greedy with this one ring. They can't even blow up their own one ring with the Ratchet Bomb. That's not going to work either. 2 damage. That's another 2 damage. So now I was praying for creatures before. Now I'm praying for tons of counter spells. Just all the counter spells. Give me Flare of Denial. Give me Force of Negation. Give them to me.
I want it all.
Huh?
I want it all.
Yeah, I want everything.
Give it to me.
Maybe this is going to be a one ring. Yeah, they got the one ring. We're ready. We're ready, one ring. It's curtains for you.
This would be quite an ending to this league.
It would be hilarious. Be supremely hilarious.
If he ate himself to death in his stretch limousine.
How many spells did you play this turn? Oh. Just exiles the land, right? Sure. Gone. Oh, they have Tron mana now because of that. Yeah, that's smart. That is smart.
Well, come on.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe they can't. Oh, does it stack?
Yeah, of course it does.
Oh, yeah, maybe it stacks. Oh, that's hilarious. They can't pay for the one ring because of the damping sphere. That's hilarious. Okay, give me
another sphere.
A Lord. Actually, don't give me a Lord. Give me more counter spells. More counter spells are fine. They have to discard the hand size. This is wild. Oh, they put the world. No! Oh, but it puts it back into hand. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I guess I just want counter spells. I just want to counter these stupid.
Pretty good.
That is interesting. Oh my god.
Maybe you just have to hold off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They had all his dust, but they didn't want to play it. I don't have lands in play now for this.
Yeah, you just gotta hold up that guy.
I think they have all his dust in hand. They just don't want to play it. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna hold on to
County spell.
because I can't play our Harbinger freely. Otherwise, this Harbinger of the Seas would be an absolute banger here.
You couldn't. Oh no, you can't hit Karn. The thing will just block.
Yeah, there's a 3/3 in my way. There's a 3/3 blocking. Okay, 3 damage. Go up. Okay, well, goodbye all the 2-drops. Including your talisman. Works both ways around here, fella. Fortunately, I can only beat one ring. Ha! We have another one, I'm in trouble. They've gone through half their deck.
It's another option. They can deck themselves.
But this is my only other option here for winning. Another Karn. Okay, that's interesting. That Karn washes away the old Karn. What do you want to draw first, then play Karn?
Washes away.
Need to get rid of anything. There's another One Ring in the sideboard? What the hell? Who puts 2 One Rings in the sideboard? I'm like blown away. That's not something I was thinking of at all. So they probably have 3 One Rings in the main deck. Then they sided one out.
Keeps them hidden away.
That's okay.
Aww.
I'm done here. We done. Okay, overboarding, no good.
What did we learn today?
Well, we learned that if we have damping sphere in the same deck as spreading seas, probably damping sphere is enough. So we could take out the 3 damping sphere in the main, maybe put Tishana's Tidebinder in the main. That's like feels like a lot of 3-drops, but I could remove a Sveloon to put a Rishdin Dockhand. That's possible, and then that frees up like 3 more slots into the sideboard for whatever we want it to be. I mean, maybe Consign the Memory is worth being 4x in the sideboard over something else. But anyway, that was the idea. Because I think that was a little bit too much. Yeah, I mean,
against the energy deck.
the games were overall pretty good. And I think we only got really shafted in the last round because we fled it out in game 3. Sideboarding could have been better, but maybe could have been better. Like I think the deck can be fine overboarded. It's just not ideal, and I just couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to remove. But probably Spreading Seas is it. For I don't even know what. I don't know, maybe Subtlety. Subtlety can hit some of those creatures and can hit Karn. I'd have to see the.
It's a very robust deck.
I like the deck overall. I mean, I like the creature suite. I really like where Merfolk is positioned right now. I'm very, very happy where the deck is. I couldn't be more thrilled. A lot of people are like, they're afraid of energy. Like, it's very clear that we've evened the odds. Now, I don't like having an even matchup versus the top deck, but that is a terrible matchup. Like, it's so they beat us on all fronts. Our only way of winning is through like cheesing them out through the stupid like mana denial and like chalice strategy. So anyway, I don't know how much I'm going to develop on this. This was just an experiment. It's very close to like the type of build that I play these days. Because I don't think it's too wrong to have like a full set of Lord of Atlantis in the main deck either. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. It's super long. Wow, these games were long and interactive. If you've made it way to the end, you click that thumbs up. You let me know in the comments section you made it all the way to the end. That impresses me. And you have anything else to say? They may not hear you for who knows how many weeks. You show up randomly.
Clark Clan Ironworks.
You mean Clark Clan Ironworks?
Whatever.
That's banned. It's a banned card. It has nothing to do with what's going on in Modern now. All right, anyway. Take care, everyone. See ya. Bye.